All right, so I have an AKG microphone here, and already done something on this. Okay, so looking at the screen, right? You have from 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. That is the frequency spectrum that every human can hear, right? So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to reset all settings, right? So that we can start this from scratch and get this done properly. Okay, so I'm actually speaking through the microphone, right? And yeah, so first thing first, you want to use your low cut, of course, to remove some of the rumbles from the low end. Okay, so you have to turn that clockwise to get that. So you notice the screen, when you're turning it clockwise, you notice that the screen is moving from 20 hertz to 40. So I think that's quite okay. And this is where you have your low, you have your low mid, you have your high mid, and you have your high. Okay, and here you have your gain and your frequency, then the mode. All right, so here is the cue. All right, you want how slim or how robust you want that cut. Dealing with equalization, it is more professional to cut than to boost. Okay, so it's more like when you have a full bucket of bad water, it is best that you take away the bad water. Okay, so don't try to add good water to make that water pure. All right, so first we already did the low cut, which is quite very brilliant. Okay, so the next thing is the high. Let's go to the high. Select the high. Remember the gain, right? So because we had not set the mode, look how the shape is. This is the type of cut that you are getting, which is really not going to fix the problem that we are trying to solve. So I would like us to set the mode. So use the mode button. So we have it on peak here. This is perfect. This is a perfect shape we need. So use the frequency to move this around. So I'm trying to cut around 8K, right? Move it down to 8K with the frequency, right? Move it to 8K. They have the gain already and the Q. Make it a bit robust. So taking up some of the sharp end. So it's not very sharp, but I can still hear some. It still will a bit sound muddy. That's around the low mid, right? So we select low mid and use the frequency. Go around 300 maybe and cut down on that a little bit. You know, you still have some low end. Select low. Move the frequency towards let's say 100, between 80 and 100, and cut down on a little bit on that. So move it, cut it down a little bit. Yeah. So some of those rumble is beginning to disappear, right? And it's beginning to sound more clearer and even more pleasant to human hearing. Okay, so this is how you get your equalization done, right? For any of the input channel, be it female vocal or male vocal, right? Be it the drums, you know. And some of my videos, I'm going to be teaching you how to equalize drums properly. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. If you got value out of it, make sure to like and subscribe. You know, so this was just a brief example on how to get your microphone to sound pretty good, right? So you remember, when you're working on these, it depends on what you can hear, not what you can see. So taking a screenshot of this will not really fix the problem at your venue. So you make sure that you listen for yourself as you make those adjustments. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Make sure to subscribe and have a nice day. Bye.